Good morning, Authentic Church. How are you? Here we are, 1 week into our 40-day fast for Lent. How's it going for you? Just want to take a couple minutes just to kind of encourage you this morning. How's it going? Are you able to see change? Are you struggling a little bit? Just even in remembering what you're fasting from, or even what you're fasting for. We talked about two different things. About one personal thing. What would you like to see God do in your personal life over this next 40 days as we take time to take the focus off of ourselves and put it on to God? Even if it's just a little bit, hey, I'm fasting from sweets or meat or whatever it is. How's that going for you? Last week, we talked about recognizing our need for change. We looked at the hoarders and different aspects like that. We looked at that chart, living to our highest potential. What are the little things that have cluttered up your life, that have taken your focus off who God is, who Jesus is, and maybe even the full purpose of your life? And we want to live on that high level. Personally, that's my desire for you on a personal level, and even for our church, that we would live in that high potential, that self-actualization, that we are being creative, that we are being spontaneous, that we are effectively reaching people in our personal lives and the people that we don't even know yet that need this change. And so that's what we're doing, recognizing that we need change so that we can live in that high level, that self-actualization, where we are effectively going out and seeing change in our community, in our region, and throughout the world, because God has called us all as individuals to go to the ends of the earth. Now, we may physically not go ourselves, but there can be a part of us that goes by realizing that God has more for me than just the basics, fundamentals, the physiological needs that are being met. And so this week we're going to talk about cleaning out all of that clutter, looking at the things in our lives that we've let build up and just saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to sweep everything out. I'm going to clean everything out. I'm going to get rid of it. And this morning I was thinking about Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Or it just simply says, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up, and let us endure the race that God has set before us. Let us focus our eyes on Jesus, the author and the perfecter of our faith. That when we can get our eyes off of the crud and the clutter and the tripping up and tripping all over ourselves, trying to make our way through this life, that when we put our focus on God, when we put our focus on Jesus, that He makes the path clear for us. Because when we're just wandering through life, we don't know what the race is. And this 40 days and this fast and this connecting with God is really about finding the race, about finding the path that He has for us. And that's what I want for us in our personal lives, to find that path. Because when we know the path, when we know the goal, when we know where we're supposed to go, we can run to that with passion, with enthusiasm, and even for authentic. I want us to run that path. I want us to run that race with enthusiasm, with passion, till we get to that finish line. And that's what really God wants for all of our lives. So this week, think about, I asked you, what are the two things that you know that you kind of need to get rid of, that you need to clean out? It may be an attitude, it may be a personal relationship, it may be a habit that you're doing, it may be even where your focus is. There may be a time, a season where you may want to give up some stuff, maybe even beyond this 40-day fast, so that you can really focus in and focus on God. It's been refreshing, the read through the Bible that I gave you guys a couple of weeks ago. I've been kind of reading through that in the mornings and just looking at the children of Israel in Genesis and the first part of the Bible, and just how God had them in the desert and they were kind of wandering around in a lot of different places, and God was doing something in His people. That it didn't seem like they had a home and they were kind of wandering around and they were kind of fumbling through life, but God had a reason for it. It's because He was creating a people with hearts for Him so that He could accomplish His ultimate work on this earth. And that even today is what he's trying to do in us as individuals, and he's trying to do in our church. He wants to create in us the heart after him so that he can accomplish the work that he has for us. It may be different from other people, and that's okay. He uses the whole body working together to accomplish his ultimate goal, is to see people's lives changed forever, so that eventually that we would be with him and commune with him, so that we can live at that high level. So what is the clutter that he wants you to get rid of this week? That's what we're going to talk about. I hope you have the great rest of your week, and just processing. I love you guys and can't wait to see you on Sunday. Goodbye.